beta, and I thought I'd go straight into the options and settings for all you PC guys, see what flexibility we've got on this build. Now, I've played the PlayStation 4 Pro version of it, and to be completely honest, I wasn't too impressed. I thought the game looked a bit muddy, not that clear. I don't know why I got the impression that Black Ops 3 actually looked a bit sharper on that particular platform. Very strange, but it is a beta, it's not the full game yet, they've still got time to sharpen it up. So, what do I notice with this? Well, we've loaded it in and immediately it supports ultrawide, so that's very good. It's detected it straight away. So if we go down and have a look what it's auto detected for my settings. Now, this is on a GTX 1060 6GB, the ROG edition, so it's overclocked, and it's on an old FX 8350 8-core processor at 4.4. Okay, got 16GB of RAM at 1833. Game's installed on a normal 7200 speed hard drive, and I'm recording to a Samsung SSD. I've got an Intel SSD running the operating system, so we shouldn't have any delays or lag from that. I will show you a little bit of gameplay just to show the the graphics off on the various settings. However, and you will frown at this one, I will be using a controller, and that's not by choice. I was always a mouse keyboard player on PC, but arthritis is getting the better of me now, so we're on controller. So yes, I will get killed a lot. Okay, so if we go into settings, we have go to gameplay. There we go. There's your mouse sensitivity settings. We're currently on 12, all the way up to 100 there. Put it back to default for now. Yeah, it's default. Very wow, nearly default. Show more. What else have we got? We've got vertical sensitivity multiplier there. Well, again, we're on 1. So there's quite a lot of fine tweaking for the mouse there. Show this. ADS mouse sensitivity, we've got relative and legacy. We have ADS horizontal and vertical sensitivity there. Get rid of those. Oops, away. What else have we got? Invert vertical look, mouse acceleration currently set to 0, mouse filtering to 0. We have field of view on 90, which is the default, going all the way up to 120, down to 60. I was expecting 70, we'll go down to 60. Okay, so we'll leave it on the default. There we go. Show more. We've got ADS field of view as well. We've got affected and independent, showing you the 2 screens there on the side. Automatic weapon switch on and off. Trophy system, we've got throw mode on release. We've got Mozlov. Again, it's just basically whether you hold the mouse button to throw the item or not. And you can see all the options there. Quite a lot. You can toggle more. You can toggle more to equip or deploy. Look, nice and straightforward. Okay, so we go back to general. We were on action behaviour there. What else have we got? Anything interesting? No, we've gone through them all. Right, key bindings. Yeah, it's what you'd expect really. It's pretty much, I mean, from what I've played of this game, and I did play quite a few matches on the PlayStation, to me it was Black Ops 3, but without the jumping. I mean, you can still power slide and everything. It felt very much like Black Ops 3. It just felt like a reskin. I mean, plain and simple. It didn't feel anything interesting. It certainly wasn't to me a great inspirational jumping COD, if you can get such a thing as a great inspirational jumping COD. I don't think you can. Maybe, who knows. Let's get Modern Warfare 2 back on the map, hey? So there's the keys. You can redefine each one. I'll scroll through. Feel free to pause the video, of course, when it's not being live streamed. If you're watching it after the event, you can see what key does what, etc. There's a lot of keys. There we go. Like I say, feel free to press pause after the event, or if you're watching now, you can pause that and have a look. We've also got separate ones, of course, to go to separate sections. There we go. But it is your standard issue, what you'd expect from a COD. I do graphics last because that's going to be the big one, and I don't know if it's going to need to be restarted for each change. We'll see. Interface. So obviously you can change where everything's laid out on your screen, your HUD. We have got HUD bounds there. We have edit. Oh, we're not doing any of that. I do have a Call of Duty account, but Definitely can't bother to sign it in. Right, disabled, minimised, yeah. What else we got? Hit markers, yeah. Damage based markers. Lots and lots of health bars and markers and things. GPU temperature. That's pretty good. We'll go with that. We'll go with FPS counter. Server latency. I don't know if they're doing themselves any favours there. We'll put the lot on. I was going to run MSI to show how it was running, but these pretty much cover the things I was sort of thinking about. I mean, it's not going to be a CPU heavy game. It can run on the consoles with their little netbook CPUs, so it's certainly not going to be taxing in my eyes. It's only a Black Ops 3 reskin from what I can see, so that ran fine. VRAM usage, which is locked. Why is it locked? That would have been a nice one to have. Oh well. Profanity filter. Graphic content. Locked to show. What else have we got? That's it. That's everything. Audio. Master volume there, look. What else have we got? Sound effects, voice and cinematics. Show less. Multiplayer dialogue on and off, audio presets with Treyarch mix as you'd expect, and then all the normal ones. Normally just leave it on Treyarch to be fair. Multiplayer music, random, default and none. Subtitles on and off there, all your voice chats, etc. You can change all this stuff, look, depending on what you've got plugged in, what mic. I won't click down because I'll show like God knows how many different microphones. Gamepad. Which is what I'll be. Oh, gamepad not supported in the multiplayer beta. Guess I'm going to be playing a couple of minutes on mouse keyboard then. That's a bit of a hit, isn't it, really? Because let's face it, a lot of PCs now are plugged into 4K TVs. That is not clever. Why have they not enabled gamepad? That is a big misstep in my opinion. Wow, trying to sell COD on PC is hard enough as it is, and that is just no good. Okay, sorry, ranting. Graphics. Here we go. There's your obvious extended multi-monitor support, yeah? So I'll leave on full screen there. How many monitors you got plugged in? I did plug this into a 4K TV and it recognised it straight away, and it did give me the option of either using this ultra-wide monitor or the 4K TV, which is very handy because a lot of games, if you've got an ultra-wide plugged in and a normal 16:9 4K TV, the Windows box, if you like, goes to all manner of weirdness. It doesn't work very well switching between an ultra-wide and a normal TV. I've had that with quite a lot of games. This game, it was fine, not a problem. Of course, if you're running a normal 16:9 monitor and a TV, you shouldn't really have any issues. Refresh rate there, you can choose whatever you've got. If you've got 144 or you're lucky enough for anything like that, then cool, no problem. Display resolution, obviously depending on what your monitor supports, we go down to, I think it was 640. Let's have a look. 720. Right down. Oh no, 800 by 600 is your lowest, and obviously your highest depending on what your PC will cope with and what type of monitor or TV you've got plugged in. Render resolution. Now it set itself at 75%. I generally don't like that lower than 100. It gives you a bit of a soft image. Because anything less and it's sort of not your default screen resolution. I mean, it probably goes all the way up 200. Okay. 200 being like super sampling and will be a very, very, very serious hit on your GPU. Bear that in mind. Obviously, if you get performance issues, yeah, drop it down, but you will lose detail. I mean, we've got VRAM usage here, it's only on 3 gig, so it's a 6 gig card. It's pretty easy. Did it show any change? Yes, it did. Look at that, check that out. Whoa, we've blown the VRAM. Look at that. So we get to nearly, on a 6 gig card you can nearly get it, but the card won't perform fast enough, to be honest with you, so a bit pointless. Let's go to 100 to see what the FPS is like in game. Aspect ratio properly supported. That's nice. Properly supported resolutions there. That's a really good thing. I mean, I don't know if you guys have played Monster Hunter World on PC. I'll be covering that as soon as I get a chance in a week or two, but that game doesn't support ultra-wide. I mean, come on, in this day and age, really? So I'll be looking for a fix for that before I put a video out on it showing you all the options and settings and how it performs, so bear with me on that one. Okay, VSync, on and off. We have no variable by the look of it. That's interesting, we'll put it on. Gameplay frame rate limit, unlimited. Well, with VSync's on, it's going to cap it anyway. I mean, obviously you could use other things to cap your frame rate besides the in-game stuff, I'm sure you know. We'll see how the game one works. I'm just focusing on the game options and settings here rather than getting into other areas of sorting the game out if it's a complete disaster, which it could be. COD is never popular on PC, is it? Custom gameplay, no, get rid of that. Saying that, it is growing a bit. I mean, Modern Warfare 2 was sort of popular-ish, and more non-dedicated PC gamers are now going to PC. I don't know whether it's because of all these subscription services on console or live or whatever, I don't know. But PC is definitely growing at a vast rate, so I would imagine games like COD are eventually going to pick up. Although this being only on, well, it's not on Steam, is it? There you go, said it. It's not on Steam. Bit of a mistake. So I don't know how well the player base will fare. Destiny 2 is another story. That's got its own subculture, so that's fine. But this, who knows? Okay, menu frame rate limiter. Menu? Really? Is that needed? HDR on and off. Well, I plugged that into my TV, like I say, which is HDR, and it came on, but it wasn't the best representation of it, to be completely honest with you. I wouldn't say the darks were particularly good. Comparing it to the PlayStation Pro version, the HDR implementation on that was far superior, so I think this version either needs work still, or like a lot of PC games, HDR is just going to be a complete and utter disaster and you'll turn it off. So try it yourself. It might vary from TV to TV. I mean, I've only been able to try it on one HDR TV. I know on other games, for example Fallout 4, I've got two HDR TVs, and on one the HDR implementation is loads better on console than on the other TV. So I don't know, could be brand, could be the dynamics, you know, both TVs are a similar sort of nits and everything, so it shouldn't really matter, but hey, let's not ramble on. Brightness, there you go. Gamma, what we got, pure RGB and HD TV. We've got the card there, we can auto detect. We've got basic driver render, no thanks. Make sure you update your driver. I'm currently running the driver that came out for Monster Hunter World. You know, it should run this as well fine. I never noticed much difference, to be completely honest. Texture quality, we're on very high. Obviously we go high, yeah, medium and low. Let's go up to high. Yeah, all the same. Special effects, pretty much the same as Black Ops 3, all this. So, texture filtering, yeah, in the distance that shows you a nice picture look, showing you what it actually does, which is nice, because a lot of these things, Monster Hunter World in particular, a couple of the options in that game, half people haven't got the faintest idea what they are. You know, you end up watching some really technical video just to figure out what they do. So it's nice when they do this. Like I said, we'll try and cover that game, and I'll try and explain what each individual thing does on that game as well, and whether it's actually necessary. Model quality, high, medium, low. We were on high. Screen space reflections, on and off. Now they're pretty taxing, so if you're struggling, you could turn those off. If your GPU's not coping very well, turn those off. They're pretty high one. Same with shadows. These are pretty much the normally, I do say normally, in a game the most taxing things. We got high here, there's also very high, so I've gone not top of the range with this one. Dynamic shadows, and what we got, self only, or off. Well, the dog's missing its shadow, we can't really have that, so we'll leave that on all. Anti-aliasing quality, medium. Okay, we'll leave it on medium. There we go. You guys with your GTX 1080 Ti should be having a field day just going down here going, yeah, click, 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 ultra. Here we go, everything. But, PC gaming is money, right? So, yeah. Okay. Ambient occlusion quality, again, it goes high, very high. Motion blur automatic on and off. Motion blur quality, we've got low, medium, high. Subsurface scattering on and off. You know what, when you're running around on COD shooting people or just getting shot all the time like I do, you're not really going to be looking at the faces in detail, are you? And this game's got no campaign, so is that even going to get noticed much? Because a lot of the time you see the faces with this sort of thing, don't you? I don't think that matters. I'll leave it on. We can always turn it off. So what I'm going to do is leave this on default, run the game, quickly show you the game, come out of the game, stick it on max settings, show you the game, and then stick it on low settings, show you the game, see how it alters it. Order, independent, transparencies. We've got off, low, medium, and high. It's on, off. Don't like offs. I hate offs. Everybody likes ultra, let's face it. So that's everything. Yeah. Let's just go back. Yeah, apply. There we go. Multiplayer on mouse keyboard. Oh dear, I'm going to be so dead. Oh yeah, score streaks, as you'd expect. In fact, if you look at the Black Ops 4 stream that I did the other day on this, on PlayStation, I've gone through all these so you can see what they all are. If I match, definitely not going to do well. Like I say, I do struggle now with right hand, which is a bit of a pain as you get older as a gamer and you carry on playing games, but hey ho. Can't believe no controller support. I was expecting no PS4 support, but no Xbox One controller support. That is criminal. I know the game will have it. I know it's definitely there. It's just switched off to the beta, but still. So we're going to go. What we got then? Capture, control. We go control. Got 2 times. Oh, they've all got 2 times XP. Heist. Go control. Like I said, I'm not playing it to show you the gameplay. I'm sure you've seen 1,000 videos on gameplay. I'm only playing it to show you what it looks like on an ultra-wide monitor on the settings I've just shown you, and then I'll show you the maxed settings and the low settings, just to give you an idea. If you think it will run on maybe your system, maybe you've got similar spec, and you want to know if it's going to be okay or not. Obviously a lot of the media stuff, you never know if you're getting backhanders and paid to say the game runs really well until it gets out in the public. We just don't know, do we? The beta is now on an open weekend. I did actually get the early invite to this, but I was too busy and didn't manage to get the video out on the early time, so sorry about that. So yeah, this is the open beta. You can log into Battle.net, yes, battle.net.steam, and download the open beta right now and start playing. So you can try it out for yourself. Memory serves me right, it's about 18-19 gigabytes, so it's not too bad. Try it out for yourself, but if you're on obviously a data cap, I know a lot of countries are, hence this video, this may help. Might not. Or you just want to laugh at me dying all the time. Not really fussed, it's fine. Okay, so not too great still, does it? It still looks a bit blurry. It's funny because I watched a video on this and they were saying about how it's their best tech so far in a COD. I'm not seeing it. I'm really not. I don't know, I'm Kenny at random. He looks cool. We'll go with him, he's got sunglasses. This guy's obviously got serious sunburn problems, so he's got his head covered up. And this guy, well, how does he look up? He's got that in the way. He's got wings on his head.
Control. Capture all zones.
It certainly feels more fluid than the PlayStation version, just like that. Yeah, it's definitely more fluid than PlayStation. Come out your left or right. Sorry, I die a lot. Come out your left or right from the pipe, or above. So it's playing nice. I mean, where's the FPS readout that we asked for? It's missing, or it's hiding behind my camera, which is inconsiderate. It's not good.
Taking Bravo.
It is definitely sharper than the PlayStation Pro version that I was playing.
Firing sensor dart.
Well, let's try it. When you ran up to a rock, and I did this on the live stream for the PlayStation version, it was blurry.
Hostile TAC deploy beacon online.
That is not blurry, that is really sharp.
We destroyed the TAC deploy
beacon. Patching the consoles because I thought it was worse than what
Hostiles
I expected.
contesting Bravo. Enemy RCXD in your AO.
Controller, do it. Okay, I'll show you a little bit more of this map.
We're short on time. Fight like you mean it.
Keep forgetting you can't jump. Oh, what's heal? That one. Helps if you know the keys when you play as well. That's the game. Anyway, here we go to a low setting. Leave match. I think the last time I played mouse keyboard was playing Doom 2016, and I played all through Doom on mouse keyboard. Since then I haven't played mouse keyboard, so not only does it make my hand hurt, it's also way out of practice. Okay, let's go graphics and sort of default like low setting. Yes, no, there's not a default. Shove everything to minimum. Okay, we're going to go low, yeah, because that was pretty high, wasn't it? See what the VRAM reads. See what it looks like. Let's see if it will run on like a, I don't know, GTX 1030, or maybe a laptop GeForce card. Oh, yeah. So that's everything, wouldn't you? There we go. Okay, that's as crappy as I can make it look, I reckon. Yeah, that's definitely as crappy as I can make it look. Back. Apply. And play. Did notice we got a match really quick there, but the beat has only just opened up, hasn't it? So, that was a really quick match. Good matchmaking. Whether or not it keeps any form of player base, who knows? Load in. I know, got to click control again. Might hit the same map so we can compare, who knows? Interesting effect going on his arm there, look, with the mouses. Probably because we're on low, blurry mode. But as long as you can play it, who cares? If it scales well. Come on, load in. Who shall we go for? This guy looks like cool dude. Here we're looking like Xbox 360 spec now, aren't we? It's quite a drop, so it should scale pretty well. Looks good to me. Okay, let's play. 3, 2, 1.
Control.
I don't know about that actually.
Defend all zones.
That looked pretty well for saying that's the worst it can be. Check that out. No snow deformation, just joking. When you get near, obviously, it's a bit weird. Still looks okay. That's the worst this game can look. It's pretty good. Impressed. No problem with that. Capture a spot. Or just die. Probably die.
Black Ops forces are taking A.
Yeah, fine. Should we shove it on like ultra and see what it looks like? No problem with that. Quick game. Leave match. I'm going to get like a score against me on if I keep leaving active matches and letting everybody lose. Sorry if you're in my matches, do apologise. It's just for quick testing purposes. Trying to help out somewhat. So if we go down, everything max. Not sure what this will do to the frame rate. Who knows? On everything. Yeah. On. So everything there is absolutely, totally not missed anything. No, not missed anything. Right. Okay. Frame rate limit. I'll leave that alone. VSync on. Yeah. render resolution. We won't touch that because we know what it's going to do. It's going to totally kill the VRAM. Apply. F11 was applied, don't know if you noticed that. Okay, so we've lost the nasty effect on his arm. Go to play. Time match. Control. Okay. Obviously this is going to look a lot better. But whether or not it's playable on a 1060, who knows? Like I say, the ROG editions do have a decent overclock ability on them, so just bear that in mind. Some of the Founders cards don't overclock as well, etc. I'm only using the ROG default overclock, by the way, that it lets you do. I've not gone further than that on it. So you've normally got the normal mode, like the Whisper mode, and the overclock mode, the game mode, that I'm using right now. Okay. Choose this guy, the suntan guy. Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Can down. You know what, these are the same people, aren't they, as in Black Ops 3? I didn't even realise.
Control. Prevent hostile forces from taking our zones.
Nice. Very nice. Motion blur there. You can see that kicking in.
Losing Alpha. We're contesting Alpha.
Dead, as you'd expect.
Alpha lost.
That's really nice, to be honest. It's perfectly smooth, so I'd say you can run this maxed out on a 1060.
Losing Bravo.
And no, I don't know where around this map. As you can see, that must have been their spawn or a zone. Quit. Quit. There we go. Right then, guys. That has hopefully covered all the options and settings, showing you a bit of how the graphics perform on the game with this sort of spec computer. Like I say, you guys with the 1080s and TIs and stuff, you ain't really going to have a problem maxing this out. Runs nice. Runs really nice. Plays really nice, to be honest with you. If you're, adept at mouse keyboard, you're going to have a field day with this. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.